Hi, everyone, and welcome back to MHA647, where we're going to discuss mobile wearables, all connected to health. Um, a really timely topic. And my guess is that many of you are wearing some sort of wearable right now. And it's not so much something that is maybe a little bit more common, like some sort of watch, an Apple Watch or something, but even a glucose type meter, anything like that. The 2022 statistics suggest that an increasingly high number of Americans are wearing some sort of mobile health data advice. Before the pandemic, it was really about 1 in 10, 1 in 11. It's really gone down, really sort of in a sense fueled by the pandemic, for individuals who said, okay, well, I have some disposable income. I maybe want to walk or exercise or get a dog and walk the dog. Um, it is a little bit more than just, again, the Fitbit and Apple Watch, although after doing a little research, Fitbit and the different types of Fitbits are the number one wearable. And that's actually connected to your assignment. Um, certainly the idea behind it is really recording and monitoring physical activity and some health, providing some health information, basic health information. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, very advantageous. And for individuals who could certainly afford this, it provided a great deal of information and motivation. More so, we're, not just if we go beyond the wrist and think about other types of wearable devices, literally wearing it. It has huge advantages from, glucose checks to um, glasses as well. So the advantages in terms of providing information to individuals, storing that information, usually in a device like a phone, is really wonderful, especially from tracking. Tracking keeps people moving. The concerns, of course, at least from our perspective, have to do with privacy security. And, you know, back when Fitbit, which was the first type of more generic public organization to suggest wearables. I'm not even sure. I might have had one of the first Fitbits that ever existed. They were really a 1.0 model. The concern of privacy, well, let's just say it was minimal. In some extent, we can say the user makes the choice. And by purchasing the wearable, whatever that wearable is used for, they should understand, or perhaps they realize or opt out of the fact that, there are privacy issues and they're going to vacate some of those issues. It is fairly clear that the protected health information that many of these wearables accumulate is not really connected or covered by HIPAA. So HIPAA really works in terms of the notion of a covered health entity, an individual working on behalf of a healthcare institution, a health insurance company. And as individual users purchase these wearables, there isn't necessarily, actually, there is not a connection yet to HIPAA and protected health information. And so, I actually sort of love the image on the screen, uh, where there's lots of information connected to the runner through the watch and then definitely the phone. My sense is, the larger organizations, they potentially have access to the information. It's a ton of information. We're not just talking about, I'm just going to, divulge for a second. The wearables is one thing, but certainly the other devices that one can, let's say, exercise on, the bikes, things like that, certainly stores information, but the wearables stay with us, right? And as you go down the road of your assignment, the mobile wearables privacy assignment, you'll see a variety of other wearables that really, from a clinical perspective, make sense. The last bullet point really speaks to the notion of, you know, is it really up to then the consumer, the user, um, who should be able to understand not every design recommendation, but the ability to opt out? It's always our choice to say, I would rather not a larger entity receive my private information. Um, we're not exactly sure how often that occurs. And so um, we're talking about, certainly PHI. It is very much unknown because the market of wearables is increasing um, throughout the world with younger populations as well. The benefits tend to the individual perhaps seem to outweigh the concerns of privacy. And so this really does become sort of a new leading edge in the privacy language. We have moved beyond, HIPAA in terms of inpatient and outpatient stay and into the rest of the realm. So, with this information, I invite you to look at the assignment for mobile wearables privacy assignment, really to choose just one of the wearables in the list and really sort of take it on. All right. Let me know if you have any questions, folks. Thanks very much. Bye.